I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Donald Trump's lawyer and spokesperson, Alina Habba, giving off those North Korean propagandist vibes outside of the federal courthouse in Washington, D.C., where Donald Trump was being arraigned on Thursday. And Alina Habba's statements range from the deranged, vile, bizarre, but also very incriminating. I want to show you some clips of Alina Habba outside the courthouse while Donald Trump was being arraigned. And in this first clip I'm going to show you, Alina Habba admits that everybody was made aware that Donald Trump lost the election. So yes, that is true. So while Special Counsel Jack Smith and Donald Trump are in the D.C. courthouse, the magistrate judge presiding over Donald Trump's arraignment, Alina Habba is actually making evidence for Special Counsel Jack Smith. Here, play the clip.
There's testimony and there's a number of aides that have said that the president was made aware that he lost the election and yet continued to argue that it was stolen from him. How do you reconcile those two things?
Well, I think that everybody was made aware that he lost the election, but that doesn't mean that that was the only advice he was given. As anybody understands what happens in the Oval Office, there are a numerous amount of advisors and politicians and lawyers, not just one or two, that are giving you advice and telling you what they believe is true. So he may not agree with Mike Pence. He may not agree with one of his lawyers, but that doesn't mean that there weren't other people advising him exactly the opposite. And the president has a right, as every one of us do, to listen to several opinions and make their decision.
Okay, and then Alina Habba changes, I guess, her approach, and now she says, what did he do wrong? What did he do wrong here? There's nothing. That's not actually a defense. Alina Habba, here, play that clip.
About free speech, but the special counsel says Trump could have disagreed with the results and talked about it. No crime there. The difference is what he did to try and switch the votes.
So what is it that he did to try and switch the votes that you refer to? By bringing cases, by using the law in an appropriate manner, unlike what we're sitting here today seeing. This is not appropriate. What President Trump did is he said, go patriotically and peacefully and protest. That is an American right. That is why we are America and we are not a third world country. Although I will say that today, I don't feel very much like we are in America. Yes.
Just go and show the North Korean propagandists one more time, because that's what it is. I mean, you know, I showed a video the other day of Donald Trump's kids, Uday and Kusei. I mean, those were Saddam's kids. Donald Trump's kids, Eric and Don Jr. Like, this is just the it looks like authoritarian regimes abroad where you have all of those elements all lined up. But okay, here's Alina Habba talking about the only thing that MAGA Republicans know how to do. Of course, somehow Hunter Biden is related to this. They got to bring up Hunter Biden here. Play the clip.
On March 17th, Hunter accidentally admits that it was his laptop from hell. The next day, DA Alvin Bragg indicts President Trump. June 8th, an FBI document is released showing that the Ukrainians paid the Biden crime family millions and millions of dollars. The next day, the Mar-a-Lago raid and the Mar-a-Lago indictment.
Here, Alina Habba says that Trump believed the election was stolen, therefore no crime. Play the clip.
Is the legal team going to argue that the election was stolen?
I don't think that that's the argument that needs to be made. I think that anybody that believes that is misreading this. The truth is, as an American, there were questions that he had regarding the election integrity. We've seen documents come out, we've seen documentaries come out showing that there were issues with the election. And frankly, by bringing this, I don't think Jack Smith really thought it through. There only has to be proof that, number one, President Trump believed that this election was not completely honest. And number two, Jack Smith has opened himself up to a can of worms that we can now look at and really examine.
You believe that he's innocent?
¿Estás disfrutando de mi podcast? Thanks to Babbel, I know what that means. Do you? 1 in 5 Americans have a learn a new language on their bucket list. Now, if that's you, check it off the list this summer with Babbel. Because with Babbel, you start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. That's right. This summer, you can start speaking a new language with Babbel. Now, why Babbel? Because it works. Instead of paying hundreds of dollars for a private tutor or fooling yourself with language apps that are a little more than just games, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are designed by over 150 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Babbel is designed by real people for real conversations. All of Babbel's tips and tools for learning a new language are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching. Babbel's courses are super convenient. They've helped me learn real-life conversation skills on my schedule. Now I'm going on vacation later this year, and I definitely feel more confident in my Spanish-speaking abilities for the most everyday and important tasks, like ordering food or asking for directions, you name it. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology, this helps you improve your pronunciation and accent, an absolute game changer. Studies from Yale, Michigan State University, and others continue to prove that Babbel is better. For instance, one study shows that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college. With over 10 million subscriptions sold, Babbel is real language learning for real conversations. Now, here's a special limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/Meidas. Get 55% off at babbel.com/Meidas, spelled BABBEL.com/Meidas. Rules and restrictions may apply.
By the way, this is what Alina Habba was handing to reporters outside. A naked photo of Hunter Biden with President Biden. And then that says the criminals, and then they show Donald Trump, and then it spreads like all of their conspiracies, and it goes, when Biden corruption is exposed, the government targets Trump, and somehow naked Hunter Biden is involved in this. I did an interview with Congress member Eric Swalwell. You should go back, look through the YouTube videos, and check out the Swalwell interview. And Congressman Eric Swalwell was like, so I'm at this congressional hearing. They're showing these non-consensual nudes of Hunter Biden. And he goes, it hit me. They're just the creepiest people in the world. They're just really creepy, these MAGA Republicans. And he did hashtag creep summer or creepy summer. And it's true. But not just creepy, though. It's fascist and deranged, and it's lie after lie. So here, just go to the last one. I'm not going to go through this whole ridiculous pamphlet that Alina Habba is passing out. And it goes, House of Representative hears testimony that Joe Biden lied about his business calls with Hunter. And then they put an arrow and then says, activist prosecutor Jack Smith indicts Donald Trump in Washington, D.C. So they're saying that because of what Devin Archer, Hunter Biden's former business partner, testifying before the House Oversight Committee in a closed session, that somehow relates to Jack Smith. What are you even talking about? I mean, the deposition transcript was released, and Devin Archer said Joe Biden was never involved in any business deals of Hunter Biden. This was the Republican witness who they lied about for years. He was the blockbuster witness. Mind you, there was the 17 fake audio tapes and all of the fake whistleblower this, fake whistleblower that. I mean, here was the question that was asked to Devin Archer, and that this is somehow related to Jack Smith. It isn't at all. It just shows, I just want to show you evidence. So Devin Archer was asked, so based on your knowledge and experience, Devin Archer, your relationship with Hunter Biden, your time on Burisma's board, and the entirety of your knowledge and experience, do you have any basis to disagree with the conclusion that, quote, Vice President Biden did not alter U.S. foreign policy to benefit his son Hunter Biden? Answer: I have no basis to know if he altered. I have no basis to know if he altered policy to benefit his son. So you have no knowledge. Answer: I have no knowledge. Sorry. Okay, that's called evidence. That's a deposition testimony. Donald Trump's lawyers, man, are just the worst. Here is Christina Bobb, Donald Trump's other lawyer. And she also serves as his custodian of records. And she also hosts MAGA Republican propaganda channels. On the weekend, she covers his rallies. And here she says that she would like a trial in D.C. One of the things that Donald Trump's saying is he wants to transfer the case to West Virginia, That's going to get rejected in about 20 seconds. I mean, total frivolous motion. I'm going to do a longer video on why Donald Trump's venue motion, when he files it's going to be rejected. And I'll give you a hint. The Trump-appointed judges in D.C. have rejected venue transfer motions for other January 6th insurrectionists. Judge Tanya Chutkan is not transferring this case to West Virginia. It's a patently frivolous motion. But anyway, here's Christina Bobb saying she's looking forward to this. I don't know. Play the clip.
Give us your assessment of the day, Christina.
Well, overall, I mean, I would say it's a sad day, the fact that they're continuing to do this to Donald Trump. But, you know, it's fine. I have all the confidence in the world that Donald Trump is going to prevail out of this. I know there's been a lot of talk about venue and possibly changing the venue, and that's probably a good request to make. I don't know that it will happen. But even if it doesn't happen, I'm perfectly fine going forward with this case in Washington, D.C., because it's so bad. It is so poorly pled. Quite honestly, I think the victory would be sweeter in D.C., so I'm fine with it where it is.
And folks, that's Donald Trump's lawyers for you. That's what MAGA Republican world is today. Really sad state of the Republican Party. Really, really sad what the Republican Party has become. Alina Habba, Christina Bobb, Donald Trump, Jim Jordan, James Comer, Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert. Folks. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 1.5 million subscribers. Check out MeidasTouch.com, our new website, MeidasTouch.com. Check it out. All the best pro-democracy news, facts, evidence. MeidasTouch.com. Thank you so much. And go to patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Have a great day.
Hey, Meidas Mighty. Love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.